Hello and welcome, everybody. I have figured out a solution to my problem that I was having on Tuesday, which was my document camera wasn't working anymore. But thankfully, I had this Wacom tablet kind of sitting in my closet, so I dug that thing out, and so we're going to try this out. This is my second time recording this video, so hopefully it's better than the first one. If I can figure out how to edit the videos together, I will most certainly include the funnier moments at the end of this video or a future video, so you can see how horribly I am learning all of this new technology. But with that said, we do need to do some learning today. So I figured because there was some confusion, it wasn't my video that was uploaded on Wednesday. People had questions, but I was still trying to figure this stuff out. So I figured we'll just do this again, do a simpler version of what you guys were looking at on Wednesday, and hopefully we will be all caught up and on the same page. Okay, so let's start with a question. Just want to make sure. Okay. Start with a question here. So, how much does carbon weigh? Right? How much does carbon weigh? And this is a review, right? This is a review of what we did last week. So if you forgot, right, make sure to do the lesson on calculating molar mass. If you can't really remember how to do that, maybe you skip that video, go back and learn how to calculate molar mass. That will be super duper helpful. But really quickly, when we are determining the weight of something, we're going to look at the periodic table. We know that the symbol for carbon is C, and we know that it approximately, I'm going to use rounded whole numbers for this video just to make everything a little bit faster, make all the calculations a little bit faster. Approximately 12. Now, 12 what? It's really important that when we're doing these conversions that we have the correct units, because the units are going to allow us to convert from one thing to the other really easily. So 12 grams per mole. That's what we have, right? 12 grams per mole. Now you can rewrite this as 12 grams per mole, like this, with the slash standing in for the per here. So what this means is that really what's happening is 12 grams for every mole, 12 grams divided by 1 mole really is what this says mathematically, right? So we can rewrite this as 12 grams of carbon for every 1 mole of carbon, right? Like a fraction like this. And this is going to be our conversion factor. So this is our step 1. We always want to know, when converting from grams to moles, what our conversion factor is. And that's going to be the weight of your element or elements in grams per mole. Okay, so we're going to actually do a conversion problem. So we're going to keep that on the screen. I'm going to go to our next question here. Question number 2 is, if you have 5 moles of carbon, how many grams do you have? So how many grams of carbon do we have if we have 5 moles of it, right? So the important parts of this question are the thing that we have, right? We have 5 moles of carbon, and the thing that we want, right? Let's do that in another color. The thing that we want, hopefully red-green colorblind people, grams is the thing that we want, right? And so we're going to convert from the thing that we have to the thing that we want using our conversion factor, right? And so I'm going to show you guys how to do that right down here. So the thing that we have is 5 moles of carbon. That's the thing we have. Now the thing that we want, let's see. Oops. The thing that we want, right, is grams. And so we're going to write our conversion factor like this, just to keep everything situated here. So the thing that we have, right, moles, we want to get rid of it. So we're going to write moles in the bottom of this conversion factor, right? We have 1 mole, right? Conversion factor, 1 mole. And the thing that we want, grams, 12 grams, goes in the top. So the thing we want goes in the top, thing that we want to get rid of goes in the bottom, right? And it just happens to match this, what we already have here. Later we're going to flip it. So when we put this into the calculator, 5 moles times 12 grams is going to give us 60 grams, right? And this works because these moles cancel out here and we're left with grams, right? So this is our answer, 60 grams. So if we have 5 moles of carbon, we actually have 60 grams of carbon, right? Now let's do one more where we're doing it the opposite. We're going to do the opposite conversion here. So let's say that we have 30 grams of carbon. How many moles do we have? Okay, so again, the thing that we have, right, we have 30 grams of carbon, and the thing that we want is moles, right? And so we put the thing that we have down here. We have 30 grams of carbon. And the thing that we want, let's see here. The thing that we have, right, we have to write that down here. So grams this time is going to be in the bottom, right? And then this time, our moles are going to be in the top. Right, we want moles. Moles goes in the top here. 1 mole for every 12 grams. So notice it's the same conversion factor, but it's flipped, right? It's flipped on its head, but it's the same conversion factor. It doesn't really matter if it's flipped like this or the other way. We just have to make sure that the thing that we want to get rid of is on the bottom. So grams here is going to cancel with the grams on the bottom. We're going to end up with moles. So 30 times our 1 mole divided by 12 grams. So really what's going to happen here is we're going to divide by this number, right? 30 divided by 12, that's going to give us 2.5 moles of carbon, right? And so you might be wondering or asking yourself, Okay, so how do I know what the conversion factors for everything else are, right? So let's create like a little thought bubble down here. So if we're talking about like oxygen, right? Oxygen is approximately 16 grams per mole, right? So that's its conversion factor. Same thing with like nitrogen, right? Look it up in the periodic table. It's going to be approximately 14 grams per mole, right? And so you need to know what the conversion factor is. You're going to get that from the periodic table. And then the second most important thing is to figure out what goes in the bottom, right? The thing we, right? Thing we want to get rid of. And the thing that we have, sorry, the thing that we actually want, right? Thing we want to convert to goes in the top, right? So if we want grams, right, grams goes in the top, we put moles on the bottom. If we want moles, we put moles on the top, grams goes in the bottom, okay? I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I'm going to post the answer key to that assignment from Wednesday. There's going to be a new Google form. Please make sure to fill that out. That lets me know that you actually saw this video, you're participating, you're still alive. Remember, today is the best day. I hope you guys have a fabulous Friday. I will see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.